Let's be real for a sec. If you or someone you love is being physically, sexually, emotionally, psychologically, or financially abused, please call your local or national programs for some assistance. It's not okay. Today we're going to talk about toxic femininity. A toxic feminine is someone who uses her feminine traits to cause harm or distress. In a previous episode, we talked about what even is femininity, and it is being amiable, nurturing, authentic, and influential. Then we dove into what describes divine femininity, and it is intuition, mental balance, creativity, and sensuality. With those being the character traits, we can look into how those character traits can be used as weapons. The first way is by weaponizing traditional gender roles to manipulate or control, like using stereotypes about being more nurturing or being more emotional to guilt and shame others. That shame, blame, and explain, kind of like saying, you must protect and provide and give me the money. Another way is using passive aggression or indirect communication as a means of exerting social dominance, like withholding information to create ambiguity and confusion because they're the only one who knows everything, backhanded compliments with hidden insults, the silent treatment to control the flow of communication, gossip and rumors to team build and undermine the other person, using sarcasm and condescension to make the other person feel stupid. That's gaslighting, by the way. Using nonverbal cues like rolling their eyes or a dismissive wave of the hand, and it's all to maintain a facade of innocence. Another way is by policing everyone else, especially other women's behavior based on outdated notions of morality, or their notions of femininity, or they're just their own personal beliefs. It creates this double standard where women are constantly advising other women rather than fixing their own problems. Just as a feminine can do inner work to become a divine feminine, the inner shadow or the anti-hero can take hold without doing the work on self, and then toxic and dangerous traits can emerge. So we said that the divine feminine has intuition, which is the ability to understand without conscious reasoning. So what would be the toxic version of that? A lot of overthinking or being easily influenced. The divine feminine also has mental balance, meaning she takes emotional information and rational information to make wise-minded decisions. So what's the toxic version of that? Of course, being mentally imbalanced. The divine feminine is also creative, which means producing or multiplying in novel ways. What's the toxic side of that? Being so unimaginative that all you do is maintain stereotypes and old beliefs. And we said the divine feminine is sensual, which is experiencing or being pleasing to the senses. What's the toxic side of that? Either being agendered and promoting agender lifestyles, or asceticism, which is somebody who leads their life in the pursuit of ideals of extreme self-denial, self-mortification, or just abstaining from the normal pleasures of life. There are a lot of ways that this behavior can manifest. If a person is all take and no give, uses the silent treatment, holds grudges, is jealous and territorial, consistently complaining or criticizing, is controlling, manipulative, if they're greedy of time and resources, if they lack accountability, if they're abusive, avoidant, lack empathy, dramatic, conflictual, and gaslighting. There are important takeaways from this for both the masculine and the feminine, and I'm going to talk to the feminines first. All right, feminines, if you've decided or found your toxic traits, here's what you need to do. Quit competing with people that you love. If you love them, it's not a competition. Go to therapy. Do some healing. Don't expect other people to fix you or heal you, or the right relationship or the right man is going to make you completely different. Learn some coping and calming techniques. Do the inner work. Become self-aware. Take responsibility. Learn to apologize and to accept apologies. And lastly, do the right thing, not always just the easy thing. And masculines, if you found yourself in a relationship with a toxic feminine, identify the behavior and name it. Communicate honestly with your feminine and tell that person exactly what's going on. Set some firm boundaries for your safety and others, and enforce them, up to cutting ties with the feminine. And lastly, check yourself for codependency. Codependency is an unfortunate consequence of being told that your worth or your ability to be loved is in being needed. It's about your service to others, your resources, and so you learn that love means your need to be needed. Let's be real for a sec. If you or someone you love is being physically, sexually, emotionally, psychologically, or financially abused, please call your local or national programs for some assistance. It's not okay. What do we think, guys? Is toxic femininity mostly about manipulation and control? Let me know in the comments or tell me your stories. Please like this video, share where you think it's appropriate, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Thanks, guys.